All right. So, first official episode I just recorded, and I feel like I want to say so much more. So, I'm just going to record another one. So, this one is going to be about what else I see doing very well right now, which is just simple content. And I'm sure you've experienced it. You put the one piece of content up that you thought zero things about. You didn't even do a major hook or anything. The video is probably not even that great. And it did great, right? It went viral. I hear it all the time. I have a few theories about this. One is that the more time we spend on a piece of content and obsessing over it and overthinking it, it kind of takes the magic away. And I think you yourself are not even as excited to post it anymore. And I honestly think people can feel that. Like when I put something up, when I press post, I'm so stoked. You guys, it's actually obnoxious. I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm so excited for my people to see this. I'm so excited for them to improve their XYZ because of this. I'm so freaking pumped. It's like a launch. Every single one of mine is like a new launch. I get excited. So that's one part of it. But honestly, I think the big part is that, again, a few years ago when Reels were rolling out and TikTok was popping off, it was the pandemic. It was COVID. Everyone was in their house. We had time to learn. We had time to watch more stuff. We had time to pay attention. We had time to absorb more information. Now, the TikToks, the Reels, et cetera, that are going viral and going crazy are literally one simple thing. Simple, simple, simple. Now, I don't want people to confuse because then it's funny. People are like, they think good quality content means complicated, means hours of research, means hours of XYZ. It's not, that's so far from the truth. Again, quality content is content that resonates. So it could be a meme. I want you to look at all the change you have with your friends and your spouse and your whoever. The ones you're sharing, you probably look at them and you're like, that's not quality content, but it is. It got you to share it. So it resonated. So again, I don't want you to think that quality content means a masterclass. It doesn't mean solving the world's problems. And here's how I break it down. The 4 H's. I know everyone hears education, empathy, inspiring, entertaining, but what's really important is not overcomplicating those because people overcomplicate those categories as well. And it confuses them. And then they don't want to post and they're like, the word value was thrown around so much for so many years that I think people thought value meant, again, that we had to save their entire business, save their entire family, save whatever your person's problem is. You want like that post to be the one that helped. If you're a realtor, like that one post is not going to help them buy a house, right? Like we have to realize it's just a social media post. And I will always say it's not that deep, but I know it is because we want to help. But the more you overthink it, you're going to ruin it. But that's why you're listening, right? Okay, so here we go. Simple, simple, simple. Here's why. One, we cannot take in too much information anymore. We are overwhelmed. Since COVID, we all got thrown back into life. Everyone's a disaster. Like everyone is like, Shannon, why didn't this do well? I'm like, because you shared 10 things that they need to do and you overwhelm them. And if someone's going to overwhelm us, we ain't doing it. During COVID and stuff, we were like, here's 10 ways to blah, blah, blah. Here's 10 things to do to X, Y. Like I remember I used to do that. I'd be like, here's 10 things to do to optimize your Instagram. They'd be like, girl, back off of me with all that, right? We need to stick to one simple thing. So maybe if you're an influencer, a blogger, or even a health coach or whatever it is, 10 moves someone needs to do to tone their arms, or 10 outfits that you're loving right now. Nothing is absolute. Do you hear me? Nothing is absolute. These are just suggestions and advice based on what I'm seeing going viral and going crazy and getting people traction. It's one recipe. It's one product. It's check out this thing I found on Amazon. Every blah, blah, XYZ, whatever you call your target market needs this makeup case from blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here's the hack that helped me lose 30 pounds. Here's the hack that helped me double my Instagram following. Here's the tool that cut my sewing time in half. If your ideal people are makers, right? What are your suggestions? I'm seeing this huge, especially with realtors. I'm seeing them do really hyper. This is where I go to dinner with my XYZ. This is the best place for a spicy margarita in blank, your city. I do not need to know a million places to go on the weekends. What is the one place you would take if someone only had time to do one meal in your city? Or how would you spend one day in your city and just go boop, 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 easy peasy. We want something easy to digest. We don't want a whole week itinerary. Okay. So again, what does that look like for you depending on your business? Actually, you know what? I'm going to scroll for a minute. We're going to find one. Ready? Bear with me. I'm going to scroll the Reels tab because that's where a lot of the high performing ones are, right? Now, again, right now I'm talking more educational, and I had a reel actually go viral that people were like, oh, everyone gets worked up about stuff. And I just said, you need to stop posting educational content if you want to grow in 2024. And it is true. And they're like, but you're educating us. Yeah, in a new way. The way to educate in 2024 is not to sound like a masterclass, a Google, a blog post, or whatever. It's to sound like, here is what I do. Here's what my client does. Here's what I'm going to eat. Here's where I'm going. This is where my people are traveling. Do you see how different that is? It's personalized educational content. So it's your own perspective. I don't want to know. Like I like to use the example of travel. I work with a lot of travel agents. I'm like, I don't want to know where Condé Nast, isn't that the magazine? I don't know. Obviously not a big traveler. I'm a road trip gal, but I hate planes, just a side note. So I hate flying. It's not my thing. So when it comes to educational content for travel advisors, travel agents, I'm like, I don't want to know where Condé Nast is telling people this is the place to go. Where are your people booking right now? What places are you seeing people ask you about the most? We're nosy. That's why when people put up their pictures on Facebook of like them at the resort, we're like, where is that? And we're right away like looking it up and we're like, we got to do it too, right? So again, make it personal. Educational content is now personal behind the scenes in a way, which is awesome. I'm here for it. It's like literally OG Instagram. Can we go back to it, please? That's what's happening. So right now I'm talking more educational for when it comes to simple, because again, with simple, I want simple tips. And I love tips like this. Like this one says POV. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculously smart. I love when I see a reel that just goes crazy. All right, this girl's actually a realtor. She's not even, but this would be great for any mom content. Anyway, what it says is POV, and it's a video of her and her family. And it says POV, your mom always wants a photo, but you're used to it. And it's doable now because she just takes a video instead of setting the self timer 16 times. So she takes a video and then screenshots the perfect shot. That is helpful. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. I totally skipped over the 4 H's. So real quick, helpful instead of educational. Is it helpful? It doesn't have to be, literally, it doesn't have to be a masterclass. It does not have to give someone their PhD in whatever you do. Is it helpful? This is a perfect example of helpful. That's helpful to me. I've never even thought about this, right? Number 2, heard. That takes place of like empathy, inspiring. It makes them feel heard. Is your content making them feel, wow, she gets me. This is my safe space. This is the place for me because they align with my values, anything like that. Okay. 3rd is humor. And I hear people all the time, I'm not funny. I'm like, use a funny meme or a CapCut. Or if you want to ditch humor completely, that's fine. But you don't have to be funny to create funny content. And we'll get into that in another episode. And then lastly is happenings. And that's just behind the scenes, like successes in your business, places you're going, maybe a weekend recap if you just want to, right? It's the personal stuff. So those are the 4 things. But again, this is a great example of simple educational content. This is helpful. Guess what? 29,000 likes. That means, let's see, actually out of curiosity, let's see how many views. 422,000 views. Let's keep scrolling. Another simple that did well. Look there. Oh, see, knew I'd see it. Tonight, I'm making a meal that no one else in my house likes. My kids will eat leftovers. My husband will just tolerate. And honestly, I don't care. And so she's just that's empathy. That right there is heard. But again, do you see how it's her own story? And it's not that deep. She's just saying, you know what? I'm making what I want to make and I'll give them leftovers. Screw it. It's not that deep. Okay. Another one. Let's do one more. Okay. And this is a great example of humor. And this is obviously for moms. Her account is being an outdoor mom. It says, remember, if you go outside, then you won't be in your house, which means it won't get dirty and you don't have to clean up. That's humor. That's funny. That actually, I'm like, that's really smart. I should spend a lot more time outside. I would have to clean up less. Do you see what I mean though? And then again, I love the POVs. POV, you appreciate farmers markets, Pilates, overpriced lattes, blah, blah, blah. Follow along if this is you. Makes them feel heard. And then let me find one more. Oh, this is the helpful one. Friendly reminder to start taking Polaroids and put them in a bowl on your coffee table. And it just shows it. Do you see what I mean, guys? It's like our own personal experiences, things we're doing in our own homes, businesses, families, friends. There's a huge shift. And this is what everyone that I work with, it's hard for them because they think they have to pull out the red carpet and do all these crazy things to just really wow people. And no one wants to be wowed. We just want to go, huh? You see what I mean? So simple. So I think that's it for this episode. I think that's really going to help you guys because honestly, you're overthinking it. I know you are. I do too sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this caption an hour, and I will stop and I will walk away because I'm like, it's not that deep. I repurpose a lot of my stuff. That's another way to keep things simple. But really what I mean by simple is simple content. One simple thing. One thing that you can just take a quick little video of that you think people will appreciate. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to do transitions. You don't have to point at text bubbles if you don't want to. The simpler, the better. That's what people are craving. We are picking up our phones to relax. So what simple tip can you share with them that will help them relax more and feel like they're going to have a better tomorrow, a better evening, a better whatever it is, or give them a really cool idea that they can't stop thinking about. That's easy for them to implement. You want your people to feel capable, and that's what simple content does. And that's it for this episode. Until next time, mwah, go create something awesome. Oops.